Okay, I'm trying to track down a little bit of a problem I'm having with this 2008 Corolla. The issue is I'm getting a little bit of vibration that seems to be coming from the front driver's side. It seems to be at the wheel rotation speed. At low speeds, it's just kind of like a whoomp, 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 as if the tire were low tire pressure. But I checked that, and I've taken the tire off. I don't see anything wrong with the tire. I guess I'm going to look at it, before I put it back on. It could be some issue with the tire. I mean, I thought maybe the weights might have fallen off, but it seems fine. The pressure was fine. I checked the rotation of the disc here. It seems smooth, no problem with that. I have it jacked up on one side. The brake pads are not all the way worn down. I mean, they're not. There's still a couple millimeters left. In other words, it's not a problem, okay? And I checked the CV joint boots, the half axle. I checked the boots. They're not ripped or torn. And it makes this noise even when it's going perfectly straight ahead. And then when it goes up to about 40 miles an hour or so, the vibration, it's more just of a whoomp, whoomp, whoomp. But then it's more disconcerting because it's kind of like a vibration in the car. If you go much faster, it might even out, but I don't like it, of course. So anyway, I took the wheel off on this side just to check now. I had trouble getting the wheel off. This is probably maybe the first time I've got this wheel off since the tires have been replaced. The lug nuts were probably over torqued. They look like they have some rounding off. That could have been due from some pneumatic tool when they put it on. I could not get it off with my standard cross wrenches, and those usually work. I had to use that kind of leverage of that length to get these off. Okay. Then once I got the lug nuts off, I could not get the wheel off. This is not that unusual. The problem seems to be that it will rust on this inner rim, and you get some rust on that rim there, and that will really lock it up. By putting some penetrating fluid in and hitting it with that little sledgehammer there, I was able to knock it off. I try not to knock it too hard. I don't want to dent the rim, but sometimes just pulling on it is not good enough. And I have used heat before, but in this occasion I just wanted to not use that, and I just went with a little bit of penetrating fluid, and then I would rotate the wheel, give it a few bangs, rotate it again, give it a few bangs. It did come off, and I don't think I did any damage to the inside of the rim. I hit it from the back side. It's an old rim now. It's a 2008, so it's it's getting rusty, but that's life. Okay, I didn't find any problem on this side, so what I'll probably do is just put everything together, and I'll probably just take the wheel off on the other side because the lug nuts there are probably also too tight. Probably when I got new tires put on, and then I didn't come home and take the tire off and retorque it. The torque is supposed to be 76 foot-pounds. Normally I don't always do that. I just put it on snug, but just because today I'm doing this, I will use my my torque wrench, and I'll use 76 foot-pounds like it says, and then I'll move on to the other side. So that's all for this. I just wanted to give you some of this. Now, sometimes you get rust here too, and you might think that rust might be rusting up against that, and that corrosion could also be creating a bond, and that's entirely possible, but I don't think that will have the kind of holding power that you would get in this other configuration where the rust is really gripping it. So I didn't bother. I just did some light wire brushing there. I didn't put any grease on there like I sometimes do. What I did was I coated grease on this ring, and I coated grease on this ring. I might have already mentioned that. Okay. And I have in the past used anti-seize on these lug nuts, because I don't want them to lock up, and some people say maybe you shouldn't do that. It affects the torque and the holding power. So the key thing is that they should be going on smoothly. Maybe if it's going smooth, I don't worry about it, but if I have one that's tough and it looks like it's tight, then I might go ahead and put some grease on it. Okay, that's all. Thanks.